In the end, I am just one more in a lineage of failures. I will contact your fiancé and rescind the marriage offer. This may be the end for Okumura Foods. Forgive me, Haru.
Father!
You were behind all the breakdowns and mental shutdowns, weren't you?
I admit I spent large sums of money to help my company grow, and to crush business competitors.
Answer me, damn it! Did you do it or not?
Not personally, I had a contract! All I did was make the requests to have them eliminated!
Requests? Then there really is a mysterious criminal in people's palaces after all. So it's true. What kind of contract did you form? And with whom?
Come on, stop crying and tell us!
Warning. Damn it, why now? Mr. CEO, can't you stop that thing? Oh well. We can't just throw our lives away like this. Look, up there! We've taken your treasure. Huh? There's one more thing you need to tell us. Have you seen this criminal's face before?
Warning. Self-destruct.
We don't got time to get that out of him!
We'll just have to inquire about it back in the real world. Panther! Shouldn't we bring Father with us? Don't worry, he'll be fine. We'll end up dead if we're not out of here soon, though. Only you can follow through on your own responsibilities. That is what you've taught me, Father.
My utopia.
Will we make it?
Probably not. Actually, I think it's impossible!
We're counting on you, Mona!
Four, three, two, one. Goodbye.
My heart is still pounding. We did a great job in there.
You know, Morgana, you seemed almost normal when you took the treasure.
Oh? The truth behind the mental shutdowns remains unsolved, though. Okumura wasn't the culprit. Still, he did mention requesting people to be eliminated. He has to know who's responsible. Mom. Is this...
His treasure was a plastic model kit?
What's the matter? I remember Father telling me something before he changed. He said there was a model kit he really wanted back when he was a child. But no matter how much he begged my grandfather, he never got it.
Your family could get like 1,000 of those kits, though.
Okumura Foods has been around for generations, but it was a small company until my father took over. My grandfather was a good man, but not the best businessman. He'd even lend money with no collateral. It seems the debt collectors were a frequent presence when my father was young.
Well, that must be why. Why Okumura was so willing to pursue his own happiness at the expense of others.
Whoa! This thing's insane!
It is a staggering price. I've heard this can happen to collector's items, but still.
People are gonna pay that much for a plastic toy?
By the way, when exactly is the change of heart supposed to happen? Soon. That's all we know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens until then. Once he has his change of heart, we'll surely be able to find out who's behind the mental shutdowns.
Yes, exactly as you planned, sir. Everything. From the phantom thieves targeting Okumura, to them changing his heart. We've lost a convenient source of income, but I'd rather not risk his connection coming to light. Okumura was not fit for the political world to begin with. He should have just behaved himself. Of course, without fail, sir. I've requested that he handle the matter. Arrangements have been made. A sudden mental shutdown will occur at just the right time. We'll dispose of our disappointing connection and the phantom thieves at once. 2 birds with 1 stone.
I've actually been thinking a bit about my actions this time. I was way too worried about who I am and how I don't compare to the other members of our group. Turns out I just don't have any guts, huh? Come on, I've known you long enough. No need to be modest. I think the reason I was so hung up on wanting to be human is because I needed a goal of my own. Well, not a goal per se, but something bigger. I guess more like a reason to live. But now that I'm sure I belong with the Phantom Thieves, I know what I want to do. Do you know what it is? What else, right? I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure the Phantom Thieves succeed. In other words, our goals are in alignment. From now on, I'm not going to hold anything back. You'd better put some effort in too. Don't make me regret my choice.
I feel like my bond with Morgana is growing deeper. Magician rank 9, Protect. Chance to shield Joker from an otherwise fatal attack.
Alright.
Like the one I suffered last time.
Plus, I want Lady An to be happy. If my actions can help her achieve happiness, that's more than enough for me. I hope you're not thinking about how sappy all of this is.
Maybe a little. Thank you so much for today, everyone. Likewise. You must surely be exhausted. I suggest you go to sleep early. Hey, we should talk about Haru's welcome party. Didn't we just say we would let her rest, you dimwit? I appreciate your concern, but I am okay, I promise. As long as you're okay, Haru. Well, is there anywhere you'd like to go? Actually, I'd like to walk around the school festival with everyone. You mean the Shujin School Festival? I must admit, I'm interested as well. Then it's settled. That reminds me, we still haven't settled on a guest. A guest? Like some kind of celebrity? Wait, does that mean the Phantom Thieves could be one of the candidates? How about it? Want to show up? That's a bit over the top. You're getting carried away. Don't say such strange things. What a shallow idea. Ooh, a 4-hit combo. Sorry. This is stupid. Alright, let's go to bed.
Well then.
One day until Haru is sold off. Am I gonna get a progress report? I am. Coming for you, Igor. Coming into my dreams.
Looks like we made a great miscalculation, inmate. Contrary to our assumptions, it seems you have turned out to be quite promising.
Your powers continue to grow, as do the relationships you hold with your contractors. It seems the rehabilitation is proceeding at a fine rate. Allow me to warn you on one matter. Being at the peak may mean you are mere moments from your downfall. Unexpected situations are necessary in a game, after all.
Sorry for messaging you all this early in the morning. It seems my father will be holding an urgent press conference.
Okay.
I guess Okumura finally had his change of heart. That has to at least lift some of the burden on Haru's shoulders. For real? Congrats. When is that going to be? 8 p.m. tonight. I wonder if he'll talk about the mental shutdowns. Where should we watch it? Why don't we get together beforehand? Sounds good. I don't really have a reason for meeting up, but it still might prove beneficial. Anyway, how does the Shujin Academy rooftop sound? I actually happen to have some business up there. Sounds good to me. It's been ages since I was there last. Wait, the school? Futaba, make sure you come in through the front entrance. See you all there after school.
Oh?
Where is Yusuke?
I just remembered.
Does this have a point, Miss Usami? Are you familiar with the psychological test using these images? You show these two images to people, and then ask them to name one Boba and the other Kiki. Kurusu-san?
You.
Which do you think most people choose to name Kiki? This one should be fairly obvious because across both languages there's... I don't know what to call this study, but it holds across both. But it would be A, because of the way it sounds.
This is it.
Yes.
That's correct. You should have instinctively felt that A is Kiki. Sharp sounds like K and T are linked to a spiky image. According to one theory, sounds and shapes are processed in the same area of the brain. Furthermore, this sense is the same worldwide. No matter the language, the result is the same. How useful for localization.
Nice going.
Alright.
A product's name impresses an image on people before they even use or buy it. Big Bang Burger exemplifies this. The voice consonants and short syllables leave a strong imprint. Although with the news these days, it may also evoke the image of the strong oppressing the weak. Even the teachers have their eyes on Okumura. Well, he should be having a change of heart, so there should be nothing to worry about. You want to meet up on the rooftop after school, yeah? Rooftop? What is this about? Did you not even check the chat logs, Yusuke? Oh yeah, you weren't there. Can you come to our school rooftop after your classes today? I don't quite understand what is going on, but sure. Is Haru at school? I'm heading over now. Things were a little hectic this morning. I'll be there before classes end for the day. That reminds me, your flower bed is on the rooftop. I didn't know about that. That's right. The season is good, so I'm thinking of transplanting them sometime soon. Flowers are an excellent hobby. I will gladly assist you. We'll help too. Really? Thanks. Alright, I'll see you all after school. Remember, Haru has the green thumb. She really loves plants. That's her thing.
So you're the one who grew these, Senpai?
You can just call me Haru. The seasons are changing soon, so I thought it'd be nice for the plants to change as well. This time, it's a Yusuke Kitagawa production.
All I did was add some, how do I put it, aesthetic simplicity by balancing the color placement. Furthermore, Haru chose the flowers herself. It will surely be a great bed no matter the arrangement.
I'm looking forward to it.
Why don't we plant you, Mona? Weren't you a shut-in until just recently? You'd better photosynthesize while you're here.
Well, let's get started.
Perhaps the Snapdragon should go 2 more millimeters to the left.
That's not gonna make a difference.
Hey, you know how we're thinking of the school festival as our celebration party? Anyone else think we should have a real celebration on top of that?
I must agree. It would be not only a celebration, but a welcoming as well. I'd like to do something among ourselves.
Let's do it then. A joint party to celebrate and to welcome Haru.
Oh, you don't have to do that. The school festival is more than enough.
How is everyone else supposed to get excited if the star of the party's not into it?
Well then, how about a night party at Destinyland?
By Destinyland, do you mean that Kingdom of Dreams?
It would be a bit late, but there are some plans that allow us to rent out the park for the night.
The entire park? You're talking about the Destinyland, right?
Didn't you say you'd like to do something amongst ourselves?
I did, but...
Hold on, I'll go check.
She really thinks like a celebrity.
The heck's she gonna check?
Guys, it looks like it will work.
We're really gonna have it at Destinyland? Not like one of the restaurants, but the entire park?
Even just for one night, the price is insane!
Oh, that won't be a problem. We had originally booked it for a company party, then had to call it off because of the scandal. We'd barely get anything back if we cancel the reservation, so why not take advantage of it?
Wouldn't that be oddly conspicuous, though?
It's still officially under the company's name. We needn't worry.
In that case, let's do this! We'll just celebrate twice as hard today!
I'm sorry for disrupting everyone. You did come to help me after all. Well, let's get back to it.
So, seriously, how much does it cost? For real?
It seems like we'll be having our celebration at Destinyland tonight. Which I guess is Tokyo Disneyland? Disney World? Can't remember which it is. They totally have a Disney thing though.
That was delicious.
The food was arranged on my plate as though it were paint on a canvas.
The staff brought out this table and food just for us, huh?
I thought if we were going to dine together, it would be better to do it somewhere with a view.
The VIP life is incredible! Not that I'd expect anything else from a private rental.
There really is no one else here. We are the rulers of the Kingdom of Dreams. Is this lighting just for our sake as well?
That's right.
It's beautiful.
It's not as beautiful as you. That's the kind of stuff couples say, right?
Almost anyone would fall for that line in front of a site like this.
Lady On, this view is not as beautiful as...
Come on, you guys are getting way too excited about this stuff.
You say that like you're not tapping into your inner child too, Ryuji.
This is just because Futaba kept nagging me to put him on.
I did not.
You said something like that.
That's a good way of putting it. I wonder if that has to do with where we are.
My, this is so heartwarming.
Honestly, I would have liked to see the parade as well. But given how sudden the request was, they couldn't get enough staff together to do it.
Perhaps that will have to wait until next time.
Either way, this party's totally the best one so far. It's freaking amazing!
I'm glad to see you're enjoying it.
Be careful, Haru. You've shown these guys what luxury means. This'll really raise the bar for our next celebration party.
You're already talking about our next party? Don't you think that's somewhat premature?
Seriously? That party will be for me!
Still, how do I put this? I met Mona-chan. I got to know you all. Isn't everything going a little too perfectly? It's actually a bit frightening.
You worry too much.
I must just be overly cautious because of my circumstances up till recently. I'm sorry for bringing it up.
Hey, isn't it almost time? You know, for the press conference?
Oh, perfect timing!
Father.
Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules to gather here. Today, I'd like to elaborate upon the whole truth behind my company's labor situation. How my employees were forced to work under severe conditions. How lax we were with sanitation. And how my corporation acted as a whole to cover up every facet of this scandal. For all of this, I wholeheartedly apologize.
So are you saying all of this was done under your orders?
Yes, I am solely responsible.
We heard that dozens of your employees were forced to resign due to mysterious illness. Furthermore, these happened to be officials who stood against your proposal for overseas expansion. The same thing also happened to executives at competing companies who were looking to expand abroad. Is all of this true?
Yes.
Was it all coincidence? We'd like some answers.
About that, I have a critical piece of information to announce here today.
Here it comes. Okumura is going to say who's really behind the mental shutdowns.
I...
Okumura-san?
Why did he collapse?
That didn't look right at all. Don't tell me.
Mona-chan, what's going on? No, that's impossible. You're right. We followed all the same steps. We made sure we just took the treasure, too. I should call home.
This isn't our fault, is it? It's been okay all 4 times so far, ever since Kamoshida.
If we let the shadow live, the real person won't undergo mental shutdown, right?
That's how it should work.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
What's wrong?
This is the same. I remember now. It's just like what happened to my mom.
So this is the moment when mental shutdown occurs.
But why did they target Okumura-san?
Damn it! What the hell's going on here?
I have to go. I'll talk to the staff before I leave. Feel free to take your time.
Haru!
This ain't our fault, right?
I'd like to think so.
Some welcoming party, huh?
I'll get in contact with Haru later. But for today, I think we should all return home.
It's been a while. What are you watching? That's...
This is just a hypothesis, but perhaps Okumura was bitten by his lapdog.
Are you implying that the Phantom Thieves triggered a sudden mental shutdown on Okumura?
There might have been a falling out of sorts, so the Phantom Thieves abandoned a useless employer. And to cover their tracks, they dealt with Okumura.
I hate to bring this up, but I'm actually here about that.
Did you find any evidence?
No. Actually, there's a chance that the party behind these aren't the Phantom Thieves, but someone else.
How do you mean? You were suspecting the Phantom Thieves as well.
It is still hypothetical at this point, but I don't want to rule it out.
We're searching the Okumura residence tomorrow. Same with Shujin and its principal. We will find evidence on this, no matter what it takes. By the way, I wanted to ask you something.
Yes?
You haven't looked at my laptop or taken files from it without my permission, have you?
That's quite out of the blue.
There were traces that someone transferred data from it. It was only a small error pop-up, but I noticed it immediately after I had that argument with you last month.
And that's why you suspect me? Oh, please, give me a break.
Are you saying you didn't?
As a detective myself, I honor the value of information, as well as the effort invested in it. I take pride in what I do. I thought you, of all people, would understand such values, Sae-san.
I apologize. But then, who stole my data? I let my guard down. They're mine. I'm the one who will catch them.
Well, I wonder what everyone's gonna talk about now. Another job well done. And on his face, holy shit. Big bang indeed, LOL. Someone explain this, please. What happened? Getting a little happy with the use of yes there, Atlas USA. I want to calm down a little bit. So, about Haru's dad, the news said it was a cardiac arrest. There's a chance he'll pull through, right? I hate to say this, but usually after such a report, the only thing that follows is a confirmation of death. No, Haru. Why is this happening? Can someone die simply from having a mental shutdown? I don't know. I suppose it's possible that the shock could kill a person. Haru did mention how her father wasn't in the best of health. But for him to just up and die? That's gotta be some kind of joke. Haru, are we responsible for his death? But I thought it was supposed to be fine as long as we didn't kill their shadow. Ain't that what you said, Morgana? It should have been okay. It should have been. Yeah, there's no point getting mad at Mona for this. I heard the same thing too, you know? In any case, let's compose ourselves for now. We need to act normally in public, but keep Haru in our minds. Well, obviously it's not our fault, because they didn't see what we saw. Kuro Kamen, the Black Mask. Is Haru going to be fine? She'll be fine. Let's go to bed.
On your feet, inmate. Our master has an important matter to discuss with you. Heed his words well.
First, I'd like to congratulate you for expelling the one proud of their greed. Or so I'd like to say, but something odd seems to have happened. I know this, of course. However, what of the general public? It seems a contingency has occurred. At this rate, your rehabilitation cannot be completed, though I doubt that will be the case. I truly look forward to seeing how you overcome this predicament.
I feel like my bond with Igor is growing deeper. Full rank 9. Thank you for no skills. Great.
We shall meet again.
Time's up, inmate. Hurry up and return to your world.
Oh, we lost popularity. What a shock. I'm gonna keep an eye out for those fan site comments, because there's supposedly one that plays around this time of the game, which I've seen like pictures of, but I don't know whether or not it's real, like if it's an actual thing that is in the game or if someone just photoshopped it in. So I'm gonna keep my eye peeled for that. Look at these couple fanboys that are now different. Disheartened dude and excited student. You know what's a little strange here is, I mean, I guess I can stop beating around the bush and we should sometime in the near future begin talking about like the actual plot and what we know about it thus far.
Listen this time, okay?
So, I'm gonna talk over Kawakami. One thing that's a little confusing is kind of the rules of the metaverse and what it means to have a mental shutdown and a mental collapse, which obviously it has something to do with manipulating someone's shadow. Because we know that if you simply steal treasure from someone's palace and leave the shadow alone, then they won't collapse, they'll have a change of heart, etc. So we did things exactly the same as we always did. But the Black Mask has attacked Haru's father's shadow, which we kind of had already figured out the science behind that. If you were to kill someone's shadow, it may have dire effects in the real world. Now, there are cases of, like, that are alluded to earlier in the game about not everyone who's been a victim of these, like, psychotic problems have all died. Like, the train conductor at the very beginning of the game was hospitalized, he didn't die. Alright, hold on. It seems police have shown up at our school. The police? What for? Your sister hasn't told you about any of this? Nothing at all. Could this be related to Okumura's death in some way? But there's no connection between our school and Okumura Foods. Well, there's Haru, but whatever. Think they came to talk to Haru? She's absent today. Then seriously, what are they here for? I can't even begin to fathom the reason. Anyhow, let's be particularly careful not to stand out and head straight home once school ends. Understand that, everyone? Yes, ma'am. Alright, where was I? So, not everyone dies, apparently. Some people just have breakdowns.
We haven't found anything useful as evidence.
There's this.
I see.
We're hoping to find something more than the calling card, too.
We've confirmed the victim's connection to the Phantom Thieves, at least. Thank you for your cooperation.
Speaking? Huh? They found a calling card in the principal's office, too.
Yes. I'm sorry to ask again, but your father hadn't said anything about the Phantom Thieves, correct?
That's right.
Please contact me if something catches your attention. It doesn't matter how trivial it seems. You don't have to force yourself, though. Just anything that comes to mind.
The principal? No one told me about that.
That's a little suspicious. Because we didn't kill the principal, remember?
So basically, your group didn't go after Okumura's life. And even the death of Shujin's principal, who we found a calling card for, was the work of another.
Correct.
You don't sound like you're lying. If you wanted to deceive me, you could have easily woven up a much simpler lie than this metaverse. Moreover, your account coincides with my own investigation. Is that even possible if it were made up? And I hate to admit, but with my line of work, I know a false testimony when I hear one. Still, if you set your sights on Okumura based on my intel, it'd be before his name was even ranked. You could have ignored him and targeted some other famous person. Why would you go so far as to further investigate and pursue this criminal?
My teammate was in danger.
Simple enough. There's still no proof that another suspect exists. That said, it's safe enough to say that you aren't the murdering type.
I feel like my bond with Sai is growing deeper. Judgment rank 5.
But with the subsequent deaths of Okumura and Shujin's principal, the public's opinion changed. Pressed to prove your innocence, your next objective was... What's the matter? Is it a side effect? What in the world did the police inject into you?
My vision is starting to get distorted.
Hey, can you hear me? You need to stay focused. Don't scare me like that. If what you're saying is true, you must tell your side of the story to the end. We'll both be in trouble if your testimony becomes unreliable. Well then, let's move on. At last we arrive at your most recent crime.
Most recent?
You know what I mean, don't you? This calling card was delivered to your latest target. The one you had decided would prove your innocence. It was addressed to Sae Nijima. Myself. Now, explain everything to me.
Bum bum bum. That was a huge moment when I played the Japanese version of the game because we knew so much about the game before it came out that I knew the order of the first 6 palaces or so. And I knew who had all those palaces, I knew who they belonged to. Has anyone been able to contact Haru? I'm worried. No luck here. Me neither. She won't pick up. It doesn't look like she's seen any of our chats either. I'm worried about her. So I knew all the palace holders through like the first 5 or so. I knew the locations, I knew all the themes. Then there was the 6th palace, which should be obvious what it is at this point. But we were like, whose is it? What's it about? Who's it belong to? And then that conversation happened in the Japanese version. And I was like, oh my god, what I figured out. So hype. So excited. Makes so much sense now. Alright, calm down, Anon. Anyway, we have so much to talk about, but there's going to be another day of cutscenes. Right around this point of the game, I was also freaking out in the Japanese version because I still didn't know how the public perception thing worked, whether or not it was on rails or not, or if it had any effect on the game, which it doesn't. It's completely just on rails. It doesn't matter. Oh, Akira-kun? My apologies for messaging you so early in the morning. Things have calmed down a bit at home, so I thought there's something I need to tell you. Are you alright? Yes. Thank you. There's actually something that caught my attention. I think I need to discuss it with everyone, though. We should meet at the hideout after school. Looks like Haru is managing somehow. But yeah, once like the things started to go down, I was like, oh my god. Was there a way to prevent this? What if I screwed up somewhere? But I was dumb. It doesn't matter. Still haven't seen the message I'm looking for. Kind of beginning to doubt it exists.
With this, preparations are finally in place. The public has praised them as allies of justice before they strike them back to the ground. Now then, she'll be next. Yes, I've already spoken to Human Resources about it. It will be a heavy responsibility, but I'm certain it'd be an honor for her. The culprits behind the mental shutdown cases she's been pursuing all this time. Indeed. They'll become the criminals we've set them up to be, just as you instructed.
We must build a society in which the young can be hopeful of a brighter tomorrow, and
It's so damn loud.
Where's Haru?
She's the one that called us, so she'll show up eventually.
Well, even though things have calmed down, she must be occupied with what happened to her father. Wait, what?
What's up?
People are posting that we killed President Okumura!
So it's begun already.
What?
Think about it. The CEO collapsed the way he did during an apology conference that our group caused.
Still! They were raving about us so much, and now they just treat us like murderers?
What a lightning-fast change of attitude.
They don't know a damn thing about our situation.
Calm down. Not everyone is necessarily saying that.
But there's no way to vindicate ourselves.
Haru! I'm sorry I'm late. I'm the one who asked you all to make time for me, too.
My condolences. Must be rough.
I'm okay now. I called everyone together because there was something worrying me. Did you all target the principal?
Huh? The principal? You mean ours?
Yes.
What makes you say that?
Yesterday, a public prosecutor came to my home. It was a woman named Nijima-san.
That's...
I overheard her saying a calling card was found in the principal's office. Considering that this was right after what happened, It's got to be Shujin's.
It's the first I've heard of it!
Doesn't this all seem weird to you?
It may just be my imagination, but I feel as if
Things are escalating far too quickly after President Okumura's incident.
What do you mean?
Perhaps we may have been set up by the real culprit.
For real?
That could be.
Then we need to catch them as soon as possible.
Hold a moment. Can we assume we've been set up, though? We don't even know their objective.
What else are we supposed to do then?
Let's all calm down for a moment. From what Haru said, even the police are suspecting that the Phantom Thieves are murderers. It wouldn't be wise to carelessly make a move at the moment. We need to act as normal students for now. In addition, we have midterms next week.
Exams? At a time like this? I envy you, Futaba. Futaba?
Got something on my mind. Gonna go home and look into it. I wonder what that could be. At any rate, we need to behave and not draw attention to ourselves. Understood?
Well, obviously we were set up. Though it sort of worked out more in coincidence, because we were made to target Okumura, but we ultimately didn't do it because of the rumors about him or even the rankings, but more so because we met Haru. And everything was sort of conveniently linked. Regardless, we did play into the conspiracy's hands.
For real?
And of course that's not our calling card, that's a forgery. This is ridiculous. Why are people doubting the Phantom Thieves over what happened to President Okumura? They'd never do such a thing. Isn't that right? It could have been. Shut up. Absolutely. Yeah, I trust them. Anyway, it seems like everyone's forgotten all that they've done up to this point. That won't stop me though. I'll continue cheering them on. Make sure you tell them that. Well, see you later. But, I don't know. The relationship with Mishima is confusing. Shouldn't he know that I'm like the leader? And maybe he doesn't know everyone who's part of the group, but he suspects An and Ryuji aren't. Whatever. Let's not worry about it. I'm sorry for worrying everyone. I won't be able to respond for a little while longer. You don't need to mind us. More importantly, are you doing alright? I'm okay. I'm more worried about the people at the company, to be honest. It seems everyone's having difficulty with not only clients, but the press as well. They're even handling the preparations for my father's funeral, in case it wasn't clear that he totally died. I just feel so guilty that I'm unable to help out at all. You shouldn't. Everyone understands this is a trying time for you. And we're here if anything helps. If anything happens. I know. I'll get in touch once things settle down. We'll be waiting. Thanks. Talk to you later.
Impossible.
people beginning to turn on us. Not too surprising. I think we're finally back on regular time today as well. Who on earth set us up? Does anyone have any idea? Of course not. If I were to guess, I would say the culprit behind the mental shutdowns. Wait, how do we even know we got set up to begin with? They found a calling card in Principal Kobayakawa's office. Someone else had to have planted that, obviously. In the worst case scenario, it's possible they'd know our identities. This is bad, guys. Yes, our state of affairs is looking quite bleak. Let's prove our innocence. How are we gonna do that, though? It looks like our only choice now is to find the true culprit. Although, we don't have any leads. Damn it, why's this gotta happen to us? Getting into the Ryuji mood. I wish we could prove our innocence, but we can't afford to make a dumb mistake and get ourselves caught. We'll just have to keep laying low and wait. Let's not do anything conspicuous, okay? Message from Mishima. Hey, sorry for bringing that up when things are so chaotic. I know it's been tough after what happened to President Okumura and all, but this is the perfect time for smaller changes of heart to restore your reputation. Anyway, here's the info I have. If true, this one is pretty crazy. Apparently, an ex-mercenary who works as an assassin is hiding out in the Shibuya underground. He acts like a homeless person during the day, but then goes about his work at night. He hasn't left any trace of his identity though, so there's nothing the police can do. Sounds dangerous. Right? I can't breathe easy knowing he's out there. Well, according to the rumors, his name is Yohei Kiritani. I'm seriously scared. I don't want anything to do with this. I'm leaving this to you, Phantom Thieves. Shima really does get some amazing info for us sometimes. Our reputation may have taken a hit after Okumura's death, but we can still prove our justice mementos. We should discuss this with everyone when we have the time. Oh, and we have to meet up with Haru before we can go in. Killer who cleans up trash. It's a rather interesting request. So, exams are closed, which means we can study with Makoto. Yusuke would be up for hanging out. Maybe? I don't know. Look at this. Nice, a catchy drawing. Alright, so I'm going to take the slow walk over into where I need to go so I can talk about some stuff. What we actually know about the game thus far, because obviously I know everything. But I play stupid most of the time. So clearly, I said it I think like the second time we ever saw the character, but the SIU director's super shady and is clearly part of the conspiracy. They were really upfront about that from the very, very beginning. So he answers to someone's above him. He's involved in Okumura's death and the Black Mask, and they're all in on it. We got framed. So it's very likely that Okumura topping the rankings was just bait for us to go after him. Okumura did have something to do with the mental shutdowns, but he was more so like a benefactor or a contractor or something. Like he would pay to have people sort of be shut up, or not shut up, but like anything that would eventually... Oh, I never noticed that Risei advertisement in that stairwell. How nice. He'd pay to have people either have shutdowns or breakdowns or whatever that would eventually benefit Okumura Foods. So he did know something. I don't know if he knew like the exact identity of who was behind it, but he knew something. And before he could say anything, he was put out as bait so the Phantom Thieves would target him. And then in his apology press conference, he was killed. Well, technically, I guess he was like killed the day before when the Black Mask killed his shadow. The Moon Burger. Whatever. I'm here to do the Big Bang Challenge. Costs 1,800 yen. Obviously, I've done all these, but I want to get the guts points. That's what I need right now. So his shadow was killed, and then a day later he dies, which works out well for me because I choose to do the Okumura Palace at the very, very end of the deadline, so it makes a little bit more sense in universe somehow. Like better than doing it like 3 weeks ago, and then all of a sudden he dies 3 weeks later. Like, that's kind of confusing. At least it makes a little bit more sense the way I do it. Anyway. So he was total bait. We fell for it. He's dead. We now look like murderers at the behest of whoever's in charge of the conspiracy, because they clearly know what the Phantom Thieves are doing. They know the Phantom Thieves are in the metaverse. They don't like it. They want us to be taken down. We cannot just be public heroes. That's not cool. What else do we know? Well, we know Sai Nijima is getting set up now because the SIU director is like, haha, she's next. We'll put her in charge of the investigation. That'll work out well. And Sai's all sorts of screwed up. She's just like, she thinks the Phantom Thieves are murderers. She has no reason to believe otherwise. Yay, free burgers. Just stuff these 10 burgers into my bag.
Please come again.
What are they, HP items, I think?
Wanna head back?
Yo.
Here, the Phantom Thieves killed someone. That's all over the news. Is it now? I guess it is. Got a message from Oya. Let's see. Do I have any items that I could have like washed or something? Because that'd be really nice. Well, no, I can't do that tonight. Because I'm actually planning to hang out with my good buddy Sojiro. But do I have the persona for that? Am I not? Lover's fortune, priest is full. But I don't. Alright, let's go to the Velvet Room. Should have done that earlier when I was in Shibuya. Where are you? I passed you up, didn't I? Velvet Room.
Hey, inmate!
The inmate. Let's execution.
Let me look at the ones I do. Okay.
What path do you want?
Could I possibly make a new Hierophant? I could make Daisoju. Yeah, but I'd have to get rid of Hecaton cherries. I like Hecaton cherries a lot.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
It's cool. So I'll just buy back probably Unicorn.
Finished. You'd like to read the read here.
I think that's my next good one. Yeah, good old Unicorn.
A fee is required. This is your such rude.
Done already?
Let's go save.
No slacking off.
Get in front of Sojiro. Get in front of his face. Sojiro, let's save the game right in front of you. We are at 76 hours and 20 minutes. And the next one we will pick up hanging out with Sojiro and riding this wave of negativity as we get painted to be murderers for killing Okumura. And we will slowly work towards, well, we'll do some confidant events. We got exams coming up. And then once that's through, it's going to be tons of exposition as we set up for the 6th chapter of the game. So look forward to that, and I'll see you around.